last, but certainly not least, is kind of everything else that goes into it. We're going to call it accessorizing and preparing your gown for stage. It's kind of like a catch-all.
It is a catch-all. And can I just say that I attended a pageant recently, and the young lady that was competing was beautiful. She was absolutely stunning and radiated in this beautiful dress that was the perfect color and very age appropriate, and no jewelry. Like, not an ounce of jewelry. I was so heartbroken by it.
See, I don't know how you feel about this. I feel like you should always have an evening gown. You're talking about glamour and elegance. Always have to have jewelry.
Always.
Whether
even in your regular,
that's my
in
opinion.
the regular day, always wear jewelry.
Well, and the key to jewelry, I think, is really balancing out everything. If you've got a lot of bling on your dress,
Yeah.
making sure you have some bling earrings, but that aren't touching your dress.
Yeah.
But you just have to balance it out, but not. I personally think that there's that rule where once you put everything on, you take one item off. So if you have huge bling earrings, which I love, I think I just tweeted about some that I found, you don't have a giant necklace.
Yeah.
But the one exception, though, is if you have a very, very plain dress. If you have a dress with no rhinestones, just like a solid color, no bling, then I feel like you can really go to town.
Oh yeah.
On the hardware.
You
You have to.
Because
That's what the gown.
The stage, the lights, you need something that catches the light, that sparkles. It's a must. I can't even stress that enough.
Well, remember, just like we said that the judges are below, but they're also farther back. And so someone told me, depending on how your pageant system works, a lot of them have the one contestant comes out on the stage, does her walk, and as she's walking back, the other contestant comes out on stages and on the tee. Sometimes all the contestants are already out there.
Yeah.
But your goal is to have, and it sounds, don't mean it to sound mean, but your goal is to have the judges look at you right when you come out of the stage, even before the other contestant is done with her walk. As soon as you come out on stage, even if it's not your turn yet, all eyes should be on you. And having lots of bling helps do that.
Now, I'd like to touch on some of my favorite do's and don'ts for the evening gown competition as a missus. Some of my favorite do's are long sleeves, low backs, off-the-shoulder dresses, and long trains. Some of my top don'ts include bright jewel tones reminiscent of prom, cutouts, high slits, clear platform shoes, they make you look like a dancer, and elaborate updos, also reminiscent of prom.
My gown that I wore my second year competing at Miss Maryland USA was a beautiful gold Giovanni that had some pink detail on it, and I had a gorgeous set of pink earrings, and it complemented it so well, so well. Right. And I couldn't have picked a better pair, but they were huge, but they were visible to the audience and the judges, which is so important. So you might have a really great pair of, light pink teardrop earrings that you really love to wear on a daily basis. They're not appropriate for the stage. They're just not. They're not going to be large enough to see out into the audience.
Yeah, pageant world is different than real world, and it could not be more true than when it comes to jewelry. I just tweeted about these great rhinestone hoops I found, and I'll tell you, I will never wear those on a daily basis out to just a restaurant. I would look crazy. But on stage, they are almost not even big enough.
Yeah.
You have to think bigger is better when it comes to especially earrings on stage, because you want them to pop. And that's why pageant earrings really are pageant earrings. Every now and again, you'll be able to go into Claire's or Macy's or another jewelry store and find something that's appropriate. But for the most part, the reason that pageant earrings are there is because they're designed for the stage. Costume shops are another great place to find stage-appropriate jewelry, but you want something that really fits the mood. And it may seem, I think I have a great pair of pageant earrings that were kind of expensive. They were about $150, not real diamonds or anything, just rhinestone, but they're big. And it may seem like a lot to spend, but just remember, especially if you're early in your pageant career, this is an investment. If you've got a great pair of standard rhinestone hoops or standard rhinestone colors that's not pink or a specific color, those are often earrings that you'll be able to use in other competitions, other appearances, other events down the line. So don't be afraid to spend a little bit on a great pair of earrings that will wow the judges and the audience.
And a shoe, a pageant shoe, a great pageant shoe is another amazing investment that you can make, because if it comes in nude, if it's clear, then you can continue to wear that shoe for, you know, all parts of your competition or another pageant that you might be competing in.
So we've pretty much gone through most of the state pageants for the season.
Yeah.
I have to say, first off, there's so many beautiful contestants this year. I'm so glad I wasn't one of the judges, because I think every pageant was so hard to pick a winner.
I know, it's so competitive.
But there was one thing that drove me crazy every time, and I just have to, pumps on your evening gown.
Oh, evening gown.
Because a lot of times contestants, especially new contestants, think, you know what, I've got a long gown, it's to the floor, no one's going to see my shoes.
You're going to see it.
You're going to see it. Every time you take a step, it pops out. And there is nothing, in my opinion, that's more distracting than a pump. Pumps are worn for business attire or, you know, out at events. They're not elegant. They're not graceful. They're clunky. They look too big and clunky on stage, especially if you have one that's trying to give you the kind of height that you're looking for, about 4 inches or something. It just looks too much. And black pumps kind of peeking out under these gorgeous gowns, even if it's nude, even nude pumps. Try, if at all possible, to stay away from pumps. It may seem like such a minor detail, but really going with a strappy nude sandal is a great way. Like you said, it's an investment. You might think, because some of them can be expensive.
They can.
You might think that a nude heel is not necessary, but I promise you, even after you're done with your pageant competition, you will wear that nude heel.
Absolutely. Everywhere.
Whether it's out to parties or events, or you will wear it. And God, I feel like I'm talking so much, but it's so important here. The nude. Stop. Well, because the other thing about nude...
You're so passionate about the pump.
I'm very passionate about the shoes. I learned all this the hard way because, again, I wore a pump. I'm not talking about stuff that I didn't do myself here.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I set the trend for what not to do. But with the pumps, the other thing that's important, especially if you have, well, not just any skin tone, really. Yeah. Nude pumps, nude doesn't mean the color nude on the side of the box.
Right.
Nude means nude for your skin tone.
Yeah.
So making sure, it's almost hard to order nude heels online. I have a pair that was a fantastic pair of nude heels that was a standard pageant heel, but I'm so much more tan that on me it looked yellow.
Yeah, and I think that's why Allie loves a nude pump or a nude, not a nude pump, we're not going to pumps, nude pageant shoe, because it's nude for her. She's got a lighter complexion, and a generic pageant shoe is going to come in a skin tone or a tone that complements her skin coloring.
Right.
But, you know, you and I are a little more tan, so it might not necessarily work. And so I think that's why we're both advocates for the clear shoe. And I know Ellie hates them, but I mean, it just works for us.
Right.
And I mean, I can't say anything better about a great 5-inch platform clear shoe.
Again,
yeah, go.
Oh no, I was gonna say, but there's pageant clear shoes, because I know
not
that
to be confused
with
any other varieties of clear shoes.
Because sometimes clear shoes have a negative connotation, and there's a couple of key things that you want to make sure. First, no mules. I know that there are a lot of nude and clear shoes that are just slip-in and they have no strap on the back. You have to have a strap on the back of your shoe because you don't want it kind of clunking on stage. But Alicia Hill, who is the daughter of Sherry Hill, who makes all those gorgeous gowns, has a clear pageant heel.
Yeah.
That's perfect because it's got a little bit of the platform in the pump, a lot of heel, it's padded. It's got like great foam padding because those things, as high as they are actually really comfortable.
I know.
And when you're standing on stage, trust me, especially when you make the top 10 and when you make the top 5, you're on stage for your question for a long time. You want to make sure your shoes are comfortable and fit you great. So having clear shoes with a strap, try to invest in a pageant variety clear shoe because they're a great great long-term purchase.
Absolutely. And the Jonathan Cain shoes that are out there, it's a great combination of the nude heel and the clear heel, because the top of the shoe is strappy. It's a nude strap and it has a little bit of jewel at the top, and the bottom is clear. So if you can't decide between a clear or a nude shoe,
go with the nude bling.
Exactly. Nude bling, Jonathan Cain. Again, a great investment.
Right. And the other thing to remember is, for the most part, if you get a great nude heel or a great clear heel, especially if it's something strappy, the investment should be strappy. It can go with your swimsuit for the most part. If you've got a great, this isn't just for your evening gown. It can go with your swimsuit, it can go with your opening number. This literally could be your one shoe, with the exception of interview, that does it all. So you have to think of it in that term. You're not having to buy a specific shoe for every evening gown.
Yeah, and I never even thought about it, but when I'm competing, I wear one shoe, and I don't have to think about switching in, switching out, putting my name on the bottom of the shoe. Nothing.
When I take trips places, it's the same way. I love my nude heels because I can just pack those. When we go to Vegas for Miss USA to watch and support, I just bring my nude heels because they work for every outfit I could possibly wear. My nude heels will go with it. So it makes packing a lot easier too. So don't forget that it's multifunctional. Exactly. Okay guys, that's it for this training video. We really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, that's awesome, because we have so much more great pageant instructional content just waiting for you. In fact, we put together an awesome training course called The Secrets to Mastering Your Onstage Question. Now, the best thing about this course is it's not only going to show you how to master your onstage question, but it's also going to show you how to really step up your game during the interview portion of your competition. And we all know how important interview is, right? Now, here's the good news, is getting this training course is super simple and completely free. But you do have to be part of our exclusive email subscriber list, so you have to make sure to sign up. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, all you have to do is click the hyperlink below this video, and it's going to take you back to our website, where you can enter in your email address and get immediate access to the course. If you're watching this video on another site, make sure to go back to pageantprofessors.com, and you'll be able to opt in right from the homepage. Now, as always, we value your privacy, so you don't have to worry about us selling your email address or spamming you. All we're going to do is make sure that we're giving you the latest updates on the greatest pageant instruction that we have. So go ahead, sign up, and I'll see you on the other side.